but the internet came up with a good one for him last season during his hot streak, calling him the Slim Reaper. I like them all, though.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
And the dunk by Westbrook.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And it's the Thunder with the ball after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Shoots from 14. Durant wide open. He fires. No good off the back of the rim.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Paul goes in. Paul is doubled. Feeds it to Redick. Shot clock at 5. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at that three-point shot.
Shot from 12. Here's Ibaka. Banked in off the glass. Ibaka's got his first 2 points of the night.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kickout's the only choice.
Waiters dishes to Westbrook. Pulls up on the wing. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Coach Scott Brooks of the Thunder, he's brought great stability to this organization. A lot of talent on this roster, but doesn't always fit in terms of their offensive flow. So the Thunder like to keep it pretty simple with their X's and O's.
Redick with the bucket.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know. I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
And Scott Brooks, even when the Thunder were really a young team, was pretty open to getting input from his players, and they liked it.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a collaborative style. And another credit to Scott Brooks that he's secure enough with himself to allow his players to have that input. You know, engaging his players and keeping them invested. It's not easy for coaches to do when they're expected to always be in control and have the answers. And he's got some great team leaders, too, so it's a nice fit for that collaborative style.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
How about the box score from that game? The accuracy from the three-point line, just remarkable.
Yeah, it was a stream of threes that allowed them to repeatedly deflate that crowd.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Shots good. Thunder have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. From deep, Morrow. Here's Roberson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounds. Second, the Thunder.
Yeah, what a show of strength and rebounding we've seen recently. These guys playing extremely physical.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams. Ibaka comes in for Nick Collison. Kevin Durant's checked in for Anthony Morrow. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Augustine.
Russell Westbrook, one of the best success stories when it comes to converting a scoring guard to playing the point. But it's his overall talent that's made him successful. His will, his competitiveness, and his incredible athleticism.
Crawford, no one around him. And another 3 for the Clippers.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. Los Angeles shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Rivers again. It's Westbrook. Now here's Durant. Defense is right there. From beyond the arc. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Clippers ahead. They lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too, Clark. We're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the backcourt. Griffin is out there with Glenn Davis. And it's Turkoglu in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, thanks, Kevin. Matt Barnes out of UCLA, of course, an energy and effort player. He brings toughness and a defensive mindset. And he said, I always look forward to guarding the best player. My thing is to stay into them and make them uncomfortable with pressure. You want to make them work hard and not allow them to get anything easy. Kevin, back to you.
A versatile defender and much improved as a shooter over the years, Doris. Thanks. Well, you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They know how to grind it out and get a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material, but they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
Here's Roberson. Crawford with the rebound.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss. Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, both teams still kind of feeling each other out here, and neither team has been able to find an edge in this game.
So, for the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Davis. Barnes comes in for Turkoglu. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. And Westbrook, here we go. Durant, no good.
And with the Clippers, I think a big part of how they can grind out a win, if need be, is that they know how to get to the free throw line.
Paul kicks to Redick. From downtown for Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Clippers trailed by 3.
Well, one way or another, the Clippers, as you said, they'll find ways to score points, even if it means selling a call or two. But you do what you need to do to get wins, and most players are open to that.
Here's Roberson. They get it back. He goes up again. And Durant lays it in.
Every time it gets scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out on the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rivers checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Waiters is checked in.
You know, Kevin Durant has really worked hard on his ball handling and passing, and it's responds to facing constant traps and double teams in the playoffs. In those situations, being able to escape pressure and find the open man, that is crucial to his success.
That's good from Durant.
And Durant actually played point guard in high school his freshman year. But a 5-inch growth spurt his sophomore year took him from 6'3" to 6'8" and moved him from guard to forward.
Spencer Hawes is checked in for Blake Griffin.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Durant, that's good.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And when Durant played in Seattle, he played shooting guard. Steve in Oklahoma City, they put him at small forward.
Well, it's a more natural position for him, and you know he's worked hard to kind of lower his shoulders when he's dribbling in traffic, trying to find angles that he couldn't get to before, and he's cut down his turnovers. But when he gets to his spot, you know, kind of at the elbows or in the paint, he rises up and he just shoots over the top of everybody.
Good on the second free throw.
Matt Barnes, really a good glue guy. He rebounds, defends. He's gotten better with his outside shot, and he can really run the lane. And he's always had a toughness and a fearlessness that I think a lot of coaches love.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-point. Oh, my goodness.
What a huge play.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
The shot by Redick, no good.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And so we conclude the first half. Thunder lead by 12. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, I love his tenacity defensively.